The Renault CAPTUR 2026 seems like an easy choice. It is compact. Two of its three propulsion systems receive the Spanish Eco emissions badge, and it offers a sliding rear seat bench that few rivals can match. But there is an important catch. The trunk changes a lot between gasoline, LPG, and hybrid, and an attractive monthly financing payment can hide a high initial payment and a high final financing payment. We are going to analyze engines, space, consumption, safety, and price to know which version really suits you. First, context. It's not a completely new generation. It is the second generation of the CAPTUR, updated in 2024 with a straighter front, new light signature, and the OpenR Link system, with Google integrated into the equipment levels that include it. The most important novelty in the propulsion systems for 2026 is the 160 horsepower E-Tech full hybrid, which replaces the previous 145 horsepower. It incorporates a new 1.8-liter gasoline engine, 1.4 kilowatt-hour battery, and improves performance and consumption. Furthermore, the car is manufactured in Valladolid. In Spain, the current range offers gasoline TCE 115 with manual transmission, Eco-G 120 gasoline and LPG also manual, and full hybrid E-Tech 160 automatic. In the configurator, the Evolution TCE and Eco-G were around €22,260 with promotional conditions. In the techno equipment level, the two manuals were close to €24,977 and the hybrid at €29,826. These are figures observed in July 2026 and may change. Always compare cash price, down payment, commission, interest, final payment, and total financed, not just the monthly payment. The length is 4.239 meters. The width without mirrors is 1.797 meters, and the maximum height is 1.584 meters. With mirrors, it is slightly over 2 meters, something that should be remembered in narrow parking spaces. The wheelbase is 2.639 meters, and the ground clearance is 169 millimeters. It is a practical size for the city, but its larger diameter wheels can make tires more expensive and reduce comfort. Before choosing them, test a bumpy street and measure your garage with the outside mirrors deployed. Inside, the design is modern, and the main controls are quick to understand. OpenR Link can include Google Maps, Google Assistant, and Google Play apps, plus phone mirroring. However, the screen navigation, cameras, and assistants depend on the equipment level. Please check the exact car and configuration, not the catalog photo. Also check the response of the screen, the visibility of the instrument panel, the climate control, and whether the wireless charger keeps the phone cool during a long journey. The big advantage for families is the rear seat bench, which moves 16 centimeters. With the bench in its most rearward position, Renault advertises up to 22 centimeters of knee room. Sliding it forward increases the trunk and decreases legroom. Two adults travel reasonably well, while the rear center seat is narrower. If you use child seats, take yours for the test. Check ISOFIX anchors, angle of the doors, length of the support leg of the child seat, and space for the front passenger. That verification is worth more than any figure. Here's the decisive difference. With the bench in its rearmost position, the TCE offers 484 liters VDA. With the bench forward, 616 liters. The full hybrid drops to 348 and 480 liters, and the Eco-G to 355 and 487, because the batteries and the LPG tank occupy the space located under the trunk floor. With the backrest folded down, they are 1596, 1458, and 1465 liters, respectively. The capacities are good if you use the sliding bench, but they don't tell the whole story. Test the stroller, suitcases, wiring, and floor height in the motor version you are going to buy. The full hybrid E-Tech 160 is the smoothest and most comfortable option in the city. It combines the 1.8-liter engine with two electric motors and a 1.4 kilowatt-hour battery. No need to connect to a charger. It accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 8.9 seconds and has an official consumption of 4.4 liters per 100 kilometers from 98 grams of CO2. Renault talks about up to 80% urban electric driving and up to 1,000 kilometers of total range, but these results are subject to conditions. On fast highways, in the cold, or on short journeys, it will consume more. Its real advantage is ease and silence in traffic. The TCE 115 is the gateway. Simple propulsion system, manual transmission, and the largest trunk. It makes sense if your annual mileage is low, you drive mostly on the highway, or you prioritize price. The Eco-G 120 adds LPG, Eco Emissions badge, and two fuels. It can reduce the cost per kilometer if you have LPG service stations nearby, although it loses space under the floor and forces you to manage two tanks. Calculate savings with local prices and your annual mileage. If you travel little, the difference in purchase weighs more than the fuel. The CAPTUR seeks comfort and ease, not sporty sensations. The raised stance helps in the city, the steering is light, and the hybrid responds more vividly when starting off. On the road, listen to aerodynamic noise, check stability and wind, and try overtaking with passengers. Smaller diameter wheels tend to filter out potholes better and cost less to replace. Do a parking maneuver, a ramp, an urban section, and a highway section. 5 varied minutes reveals more than a slow return to the dealership. Euro NCAP gave it 4 stars in 2024, 76% for adult occupant protection, 80% for child occupant protection, 76% for vulnerable user protection, and 69% for safety assistance systems. Driver chest protection was weak in the offset frontal crash, and it earned no points for forgotten child detection. The rear center seat also did not accept belt-fastened child restraint systems in the evaluation. Check that the equipment level chosen includes automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and cameras. Add insurance, tires, periodic maintenance, and possible financing before comparing. Verdict: yes, the Renault CAPTUR 2026 remains a very practical small SUV, especially due to its sliding bench, its city-friendly size, and a straightforward powertrain lineup. I would choose the TCE 115 if the annual mileage is low and maximum trunk, the Eco-G 120 if there is LPG nearby and you are looking for a cheap Eco emissions badge, and the full hybrid 160 for the city, automatic transmission and greater smoothness. But measure the cargo space of that version and check its actual equipment. Compare it to Toyota Yaris Cross, Hyundai Kona, Peugeot 2008, Volkswagen T-Cross, Seat Arona, and Dacia Duster.